I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more. Do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it off in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, and she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. Now my phone be blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she in next the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might become an addict. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it, now I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back one sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, and you know what's next stage. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a 5-star, baby. Packing out the seat, this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. Oh, I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more. Do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it off in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her,
feel like John Morant, need a triple-double, told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple, I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble, I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell, feel like John Morant, need a triple-double, told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple, I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble, I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell, yeah, I need it now, told him on the lay, I've been moving dog, yeah, I'm on the way, I don't hear the talk, don't care what they say, I don't got no patience, I can't ever wait, I've been trying to get it, running up all these digits, and I've been in the gym, I've been up doing minutes, I just put in that work, told them it's strictly business, and I see through the face, they all just burning bridges, feel like John Morant, need a triple-double, told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple, I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble, I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell, feel like John Morant, need a triple-double, told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple, I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble, I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell, yeah, they don't want it done like I want it, dog, yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off, I've been going down the list, checking numbers off, I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off, I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing, now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing, they been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying, when they send a text, dog I ain't replying, feel like John Morant, need a triple-double, told him check the stats, yeah I got a couple, I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble, I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell, feel like John Morant, need a triple-double, told him check the stats, yeah I got a couple, I don't drop the ball, now I never fumble, I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide, never see me coming, I'm a landmine, yeah I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand, if you ain't know, you about to understand, yeah I got the team by my side, right hand, yeah take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that, yeah and it's the dream, man we coming for the bag, Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for last night, guys. I had food poisoning. Shout out to Costco and selling me bad. I don't even know if they were tacos. I didn't think they were tacos. They were like these weird little things. I don't know what they were. But shout out to the Mafia, guys. Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a dump here. As you guys know, on this live stream, we have been looking for a potential drop down to lower prices based off those higher time frame money flows. And we may be seeing that play out right now. Should you worry? Should you be panicking? Are we going much lower? Or, what is going to happen next year on Bitcoin? We're going to be covering that all in tonight's live stream. So smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get gives you guys some free chances to win some free crypto. And Tony D updated me and let me know that I think we have a few hats to give away, as well as like $150 in Solana, apparently, to give away. So it's going to be an awesome giveaway here at the end of the stream. So smash up that like button, Mafia. And thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, we're going to cover kind of what's coming up next here for Bitcoin, the key levels. We're actually getting, I don't know if you want to call it a bounce. We're getting like a slight move up here from a local level of support. As you guys know, earlier in the week, we were looking for that $55,000 golden pocket. And if we lost that golden pocket, we were likely looking lower. So we're going to update you guys on all that good stuff. But before we jump into the charts, let's shout out to Mafia. Shout out to Wick's wife, Fine89, tuning in. What is going on? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Wick 589 as at that. Let's see. We got US Trucking. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. There's Wick 589. Let's get it. We got Bo Potato. What is going on? Said inverted head and shoulders now. Shout out to Bo Potato or Borpato. I don't know how to say your name, bro. But shout out to Jay Violet. We got the Godfather in the chat, guys. Show the Godfather some love. You don't want to piss him off. Trust me. Let's see. We got Chaos in the chat. Gen Z. I think Gen Z asked before how I found that weekly naked point of control. I could talk about that a little bit on tonight's live stream. We got Flame in the chat. What is going on? Thank you for tuning in. We got Tyler Durden, Crypto Anon, Rob the Crypto Snob. You guys know the mods. Drop them some love in the chat. K Diggity here. What's up, bro? Good to see you guys all in here. Sorry again about last night's live stream. Unfortunately, I was not having a great time. Shout out to Ken. Said, Frankie, help. Why the dump? Yeah, we're going to talk about exactly why we were expecting this dump, guys. Because we've been looking for this for quite some time. So let's go ahead and without further ado, let's go ahead and take a sip of that Andromeda-bound alien scam water real quick. And now let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get into it. So here we are, guys. This is EXO charts. That's not what I wanted to look at. Let's go ahead and pull up the actual live stream chart here. And as you guys know, obviously, we are getting a little bit of a dump ski here. And obviously, guys, I do kind of want to cover the higher time frames as well as the lower time frames. But first off, starting here on the higher time frames, Obviously, guys, we did have some obvious reasons why we were looking for a potential drop to the downside. Now, obviously, some of the local signals were looking for this local drop. But overall, as you guys know, we've kind of just been ranging around here sideways for like 100 and I think 90-something days. We took a look at this at the on the market update earlier today. Yeah, but 192 days of just complete and total sideways action. But as you guys know, we've been looking for these lower lows, these lows, these lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, right? And this is something we've been covering on the live stream for like almost every single day ever since we got this first drop to the downside. We obviously wound up seeing the 2-day money flow coming to the downside, right? Making us anticipate, I mean, not even only back here, but also back here as that money flow was coming out, looking for potential lackluster retracements to the upside to come in and put in those lower highs before breaking structure to the downside. Same thing here on the 4th of July. We have that money flow crossover into the red on the 2-day, making us anticipate that lackluster approach to the upside for a potential another break of structure to the downside. And, as we've been covering most recently on the live streams, same situation as we were all through here. Same situation right here on that last dump to 49,000. As we were seeing then the 3-day money flow crossing over into the red or looking to cross over into the red. So if you're tuned into this live stream, you were aware of this, looking for this to be a potential lackluster push to the upside to put in another lower high, the exact level given here on the live stream, where that lower high was very likely to come in at. Now, obviously, we have not completely broken the structure just yet, but this was the exact level we were looking at, which obviously was the 786 golden pocket Fibonacci retracement zone, where we typically do see those lower highs come in. Not only here were we looking at that, but obviously this had a lot to do with why we were looking for the lower high right here. This was during the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, coming up to that golden pocket 786 retracement zone. And then same thing for this first drop to the downside that we got, also coming in that same area. All talked about here on the live stream, guys. Just simple TA playing out here. I am not a wizard, right? I know some people think I have a crystal ball, but it's just based off the TA that we give here for free every single weekday. And obviously we have this local range, or I should say macro range now. And we just knew based off the lower, once we got the lower lows and lower highs, we knew that the trend is your friend until the end, so we knew it was a higher likelihood to look for the continuation down, but also that money flow is kind of that easy, very, very simple signal that we were looking at calling for those lower prices, right? And this is where not only we were looking for the 51 to 52K level, which obviously everybody thought was crazy before we wound up tapping it, but we did wind up coming and taking that level, and then Darai had brought up the $40,000 zone that we're looking at, and I'm going to get into these levels in just a bit, talking about if we are able to continue to break structure here to the downside, those key levels we have to be aware of. There's actually some new ones that I'm going to be taking a look at, but the 51 to 52K levels looked crazy, right? And even at that point, before the 4th of July dump, we were still talking about these 40s, this lower level down here, as this was the bigger area of consolidation and potentially stronger level. Of course, everybody thinks it's up only, and I felt crazy. I was called crazy for looking for that. And then finally, we had the 51, 52K level hit. And now potentially, if we come lower, we are likely to come to that much lower level. So make sure you hit that like button, guys, and subscribe to the channel so you guys are aware of this weeks and months before it actually happens. And again, it wasn't a guarantee that we were going to see these levels, but the TA was 100% pointing in this direction. And I'm really glad that I covered it on these live streams. Now, if we do wind up continuing down here, guys, obviously, recently or earlier in the week, the levels that we were looking at, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday's live stream, maybe it was even Wednesday. I think even the title was like 55K incoming, looking for this golden pocket, this local golden pocket to come down and get tapped at about, between $55.65 and $54,548. That was kind of the first level of support I was looking at. Obviously, we did wind up coming down and hitting that today. And then, talking about if we were able to lose this level, that last line of support, which Bitcoin just came down and front ran by a couple of dollars here, was that 786 Fibonacci retracement level coming in at $52,353. Now, this is, in my opinion, guys, This 786 is going to be the line in the sand if we wind up losing this level. I mean, we do have the daily down here as well. If I pull up the daily levels, I will just go ahead and drag this here. We lost this daily level today. This is actually now tapped, so let me go ahead and mark that as tapped naked point of control. I'm sorry, tapped daily. Where are we going? Tapped daily. But now we have this fresh daily level down here. But for the most part, guys, if we do not hold this zone between the 786 and 51,332, where we have that fresh daily, it is likely going to be the doorway to much lower prices, potentially looking to get a move down to that weekly naked point of control, sitting at about $47,500, right? $47,480. And shout out to Gen Z. I believe Gen Z asked me exactly where I got that level from, and I'm actually going to have to pull up Exo charts here because this level did come from Exo charts. This is going to take a minute to load, so let me go ahead. I'll come back to that in just a second, but this weekly naked point of control at 47.5 is going to be that next level of support that I'm looking at, and hopefully from you guys tuning in to these live streams and seeing us look at these levels and the likelihood of them getting visited and then eventually seeing them come and get hit, hopefully this helps you guys understand the TA that we do on this channel and why these levels are so high probability, and hopefully gives you a little bit of confidence to see a level on the chart, read the money flow, look at the market structure, and understand where price is likely to go next. And then you throw a little bit of volume profile in that, and you should have a pretty confident outlook on what you're expecting in the market. But again, right, 55K to 52.3 or 52,350 were those next zones. If we lose this zone, I will be looking down to 47,480. Again, we've been looking at these, it does seem to me, right? Like, it feels like to me that like a lot of our live streams lately have just been like looking at these, like on the higher time frames. It's just been the same thing, right? Like, I would love to know, shout out to Tony D, if you could go back to like, I don't know. Look back to like the April, like when we first started this range. I would love to know how long we've actually been looking at these lower levels. I know we've been looking like since at least the end of April, but maybe even earlier. And the higher time frame analysis has just remained exactly the same, right? It's like I'm beating a dead horse every time we look at the higher time frames. But it will be nice, right? If we do see that move down, it'll be super validating. Because I always say this, right? People were like kind of mad that I was talking about the 51 to 52K level and even the $40,000 levels up here. Like, why is this guy so bearish? Like, we're obviously pumping. Like, we're obviously going to 100K. Why is he looking down? And it started to make me think like, there weren't a lot of other people looking at those levels. And it starts to make me think like, even Frankie Candles will be like, am I missing something? Because like you start to see like other people, like other respected analysts, like not looking at these levels. And I'm like, I don't know what is going on. Hopefully I'm not wrong. But if we wind up seeing that, I will be very happy that I just stuck to my strategies, stuck to my theories, and just gave the raw price action, right? Like, there's no reason for me to just get super bullish at the highs here if I don't see a reason to look for the big breakout. And obviously, on this channel, guys, I try to keep things as clear as possible and as transparent and not emotionally biased as possible, right? I just come in here, I give the raw price action, or not the raw price action, but the raw TA, right? I give you the hard information. I look at the bullish case, I look at the bearish case, because both of these are possible, regardless of any other person will tell you. They might be like, guys, you're an idiot if you think we're going lower. But you have, even if I was bullishly biased here, I would still give the bearish case. Now, obviously, due to the 3-day money flow coming out, we were obviously very, I was more bearish bias, right, for that bigger move down. But I always give the bullish case, the bearish case, and then I try to let you guys know which way I'm leaning, right? Because we know anything can happen in the market, especially the market likes to fake you out a lot. But there were very clear signs that were, able to make me like pretty biased towards the move to the downside. So hopefully you guys are kind of learning from this. If you're somewhat new to the channel, hopefully you're kind of just, absorbing all this information and seeing the exact levels that we're looking at and the type of analysis that we do here. And it just shows if you stick to the information more often than not always, right? I will be wrong again at some point. Just trust me. I will come up here and be like, oh my God, I did not think that was going to happen. But simply put, guys, the money flow is very clear. And we talk all the time about when you have these sideways ranges, if you're looking for this to either break up or break down, right? Like, Market Cipher B was not set up here for a massive breakout, right? Like, and again, like, everybody looks at this as a bull flag, right? Now, technically, is this completely invalidated just yet? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you wick back above here and we see the big breakout. It's not impossible. But, everybody just sees these patterns. Oh, my God, it's a bull flag. But, when you see a range like this, if you're trying to identify if this is going to break up or break down, or at least have like a higher probability of one happening or the other, you could simply come down to the money flow, right? Because if this money flow is coming out, this is typically where you see a rotation back down to lower prices, right? Now, if Market Cipher B looked something like this, where you were coming from the red, crossing over into the green, that is the environment that you were looking for a massive breakout to higher prices. But simply put, that's just not what we had here, right? Money flow was coming in the complete and total opposite direction. So we needed some kind of, just kind of like random fake out here to get that big move up. And, obviously the rate cuts are potentially coming or expected to come here this month. So maybe that's what we need. But as far as the 3-day and the higher time frames, guys, this is definitely still looking pretty bearish. So my sentiment remains exactly the same. Now, if we do wind up coming down here, again, I would say like technically, unless we come down here and we just like sweep the liquidity below these lows, and I will pull up shout out to Gen Z asking where I got that naked point of control from. It is from Exo Charts here. You can see that we have this weekly naked point of control sitting at about $47,500. And that is exactly where that level came from. But what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to pull up the high block capital, and I'm going to pull up these liquidation heat maps really quickly. But unless we wind up just like breaking down here and getting some kind of like massive swing failure pattern on this huge low that we have down here, maybe we come down and tap that weekly naked point of control while we put in that swing failure pattern. And then we get a big move up. Unless we see something like that, I do think in that case, 47.5 would have come in anyway. But yeah, like if we don't get like a big bounce from 47.5, to be quite honest with you guys, those next major levels to the downside are right here. And I'm going to go over the exact dollar levels in just a second. But real quick, first off, let's go ahead and take a look at these liquidation heat maps. And you can see down here at about $49,000. Again, that is this big wick down here at about 49K. We do have some liquidity sitting down there. And if we zoom in, we've already come and taken a bit of liquidity down here. So maybe we can get a local bounce. But for the most part, as far as money flow goes, guys, I am simply going to be looking for lower prices until that money flow on the higher time frames, decide to fake out and go back to the upside, right? Other than that, we are going to be anticipating, just like we have on all of these other lows when everybody looks for the moon. If that money flow is coming back out, we are still going to be looking at lackluster pushes to the upside to potentially put in lower highs and then get another move back to the downside, right? Even if that is going to wind up targeting, in the 30,000s, we are simply going to be looking at that as a possible opportunity or a possible scenario that could play out, because that is just simply how the TA works. It doesn't matter how bullish Twitter is or how bullish your favorite influencer is. The TA is going to be right more than it's wrong. And again, until we get that fake out, I am going to be keeping my bias this way until the charts give me new information to say otherwise, right? There's no reason for me to be bullish unless there is something in the charts to make me look bullish, right? Or make me feel bullish. And you might say, well, Frankie, what if we get bullish news? Well, if there's going to be bullish news, more often than not, just like the bearish news, there will be a sign on the chart that will make me feel like I might want to flip a little more neutral or flip bullish before that news even comes out, right? So, as far as right now, that is the higher time frame analysis. And if we do go ahead and break down these lower prices here, guys, and we lose that $47,480 level, very simply put, I know we've looked at this 100 times, but the $40,000 or I should say the naked volume profile here in the 40,000s, right? It's not just $40,000. Now, this weekly naked point of control, guys, is pretty confluent, right? Because not only is this the weekly naked point of control, but it is also right in confluence with the high that we made here on the Bitcoin ETF approval. Another beautiful example of everybody being mega bullish, right? Saying, oh my God, this is the biggest news ever. We're going to yeet up to higher prices. And then we just get that instant 20% correction, right? Now, was that overall bullish for Bitcoin? Absolutely. But we knew that, as we were hitting this very key level, it was very likely to get a pullback because we were getting those bearish signs on the chart, even though we had the bullish news. So you expect to sell the news event. And then eventually we did wind up catching that long here at 40K for that bigger next leg to the upside. But we weren't going to long the top here. We had to get that pullback first. And that was all visible on the charts. And I actually have a level that we haven't talked about a lot recently that I want to talk about today, guys. But $47,500 is very confluent with that ETF approval kind of top that we made here. So that is going to be like kind of the big zone that I'm going to be watching, right? The weekly naked point of control. And then obviously we do have some liquidity sitting in or underneath this wick here. So if we do come down, maybe we get that, liquidity grab or something like that. And then we could potentially look for bounces in that area. If we continue below that, this is kind of where things get a little bit suspicious, because if we are unable to hold above these range highs, we lose that weekly naked point of control. Very simply put, that next key level that I will be looking at is going to be sitting here between about 44, I'll call it 44.3 all the way down to about $41,000, where we have this naked volume point, naked value area. And if we do work our way back down here, remember, price is always seeking value, right? We have two, visibly here, the two major value areas, in my opinion, are going to be this volume profile, right? Or this visible, this area of balance, right? We have value up here, clearly. And then if we get crazy imbalance to the downside, we are very likely going to seek previous balance. And in my opinion, the closest, most tangible level of, or area of balance is going to be sitting here at this naked value area between $44,300 and $41,000. Now, underneath that, we also have some weekly naked points of control. So if we were able to make our way all the way down here, we could look for these levels to get respected and then trade this as a typical volume profile, looking for the shorts at the highs and the longs at the lows. So those are the key levels, right? Again, these are things that we've been looking at, all throughout this range, right? We've been keeping an eye on these key levels to the downside, but we are now just finally seeing those moves down. And remember, guys, obviously, we are looking to get those rate cuts here very soon, but just understand, there could be a lot of volatility leading up to those moments. And on top of that, let me hide these levels real quick. So yeah, also just 51,332. That's your next fresh daily level that we're going to be keeping an eye on. Wait, hang on a second. Did I move this? Did this move? What just happened? Never mind. Scratch that. But as we look at this, guys, sure, maybe the rate cuts do give us a pump, but it could be very volatile. And remember, these wicks oftentimes do get filled, right? You'll hear, I talked about this in the market update earlier. You'll oftentimes hear people say, where it wicks, it sticks, where it wicks, it goes. This is oftentimes what happens, right? Now, it's not a guarantee, but I wouldn't be surprised, right? If we do wind up continuing to lose that support, it would make a lot of sense to come fill that wick, come down to this next key zone of support. And again, that's where I would be looking for a bounce, lose that, come down to the 40,000s. Now, with that being said, there are some other key levels that I want to take a look at with you guys. Now, these are things that we've looked at before, but we just haven't looked at them in a while. And that comes, I'm actually going to come over here. It comes from this macro volume profile. Now, as you guys know, I am probably the hugest fan of the volume profiles because of how reliable they are. And I also brought this up in the market update earlier, uploaded earlier today. This macro volume profile pulled from the top of the bull market here in 2021 was able to give us a clear view on when we could expect a fill of this range up to 48 to 50K and up to the value area high at $54,000, right? We knew that this macro value area low was going to be key support until we were able to get above it. And then once we got above it, we were able to look up for the next likely place for price to go was going to be that POC sitting at 47.4. And then once we get above that POC, we were looking up to the value area high and beyond. And when we look at this in terms of a volume profile, right, we are simply deviated above this larger volume profile, and this can give us some very, very key levels, right? With the volume profiles, we are looking for shorts as you deviate above the high, looking to go back into the range to the POC, to the value area low, and then when you deviate below, this is where you're looking, and this is a high time frame volume profile, right? So I'm not saying I'm looking for leverage longs in this, but this is where you're looking at price as undervalued, and you're looking to either buy the asset or long the asset back into the fair value, which in this case, the next fair value was going to be in this range, right? So you look for your entries down here and then look to ride this into the range. And when you deviate above, this could be looked at as oversold, right? Overbought and or expensive, right? And then this is where you're looking for price. If you get a move to the downside, it's likely going to seek the fair value. And right now, this gives us some extremely key levels of not only resistance, but also support, right? Now, if we wind up getting a little bit of a bounce here, right? If we get a local bounce to the upside, key level of resistance, guys, one of the most key levels of resistance right now, in my opinion, is going to be about $55,000 because that is going to be the macro value area high of this volume profile. And if we are going to get stuck underneath this value area high and we cannot get back above it, or even if we deviate again, but we cannot remain above it, that is where you are going to look to get accepted back into this lower value area and potentially the next highest likely the next highest likely place for price to go is going to be what? Shout out to Creighton C. I know you're in the chat, bro. Let me know where the next likely place for price to go is. Shout out to Crypto Trey said, awesome sauce. Let's go. We could potentially see exactly, Creighton. Very likely we will see price. There we go. Shout out to Gen Z says POC. The next likely place for price to go is going to be that POC, which is also very confluent with what? That weekly naked point of control at $47,000, right? This is $47,414, and that weekly naked point of control is sitting at $47,500, right? So you have some nice confluence here, and not only does that give you key level of support and resistance, but it gives you insight into where price is likely to go next, right? So, arguably the most important thing if you're looking to make money trading, right? You're trying to front run what price is going to do before it does it. So get stuck under that $55,000 level. The next likely place for price to go could be that POC. Again, plus the confluence is pretty nice to see. Now, it doesn't mean that if we come down to 47.5 or 47.4 that we're guaranteed to see a massive jump up, right? But that would just be, once you get down here, you would have to reassess the situation, see what's going on, because remember, at that point, you're going to have that $40,000 naked point of control, naked value area down here. And the question is, are you going to lose that POC and come into that local profile? So, at that point, those are the massive key levels to the downside that I'm looking at, guys, as well as the key levels of resistance. If we do wind up getting a big bounce or not a big bounce, but a local bounce to the upside, Bitcoin is definitely still in the danger zone. Shout out to anybody who's been watching this live stream. You guys know what we've been looking at here. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. My Pepe Pepe is killing me. Shout out to Zavi. Let's see, 55K tomorrow. Potentially. If we get a little weekend bounce there, we could look at that move up to 55K. Let's see. Shout out to Curtis Neal. Said, when you close yourself off to both possibilities, you're setting yourself up for failure. Keep an open mind and take what the market gives you. Absolutely, Curtis. I could not agree with you more. And this is literally, this is why I like to teach this, because if you're out there and you hear people talking about price is definitely going to do this, price is definitely going to do that, it's like the biggest warning sign ever that, these people are going to get people wrecked, right? And they're likely getting wrecked themselves because there is no guarantee, right? If it was easy to be like, we're definitely going to bounce from this level, there's 100% probability it's going to happen, and you're not looking at the flip side of the coin, you're not trading, right? You're just gambling, right? Because you're just not keeping, you have to keep in mind that there is a possibility of the opposite thing happening, because that's the only way you're going to accept the fact that you have to manage your risk, right? Otherwise, you're just going to go YOLO into your trades, put your whole account on one trade, no stop loss, and you're just going to be like, well, we're definitely going to go up. I don't see how we could go any lower. But there's always the flip side to the coin. So keep that in mind. So let's see. Keep drop. Shout out to Jay Will, says, keep dropping and filling my bags, BTC. Shout out to Jay Will. And just real quick, guys, I do just want to point out, and then shout out to Moonseller, says, next week BTC will be at 47,000. Yeah, I mean, hey, if it goes anything like any of our other things that we've looked at on the live stream, I wouldn't be surprised if we were down there. But let's see, I got wrecked. I think it was Costco. Yo, shout out to Gary Stressel. Shout out to Costco out there. But yeah, let's see. I just moved. Shout out to Jake, said, when is the trading for beginner series going to drop? The first video in that series is going to be dropping next week. I believe on Wednesday it is scheduled to drop. So that is getting started next week. The first video is an overall tutorial and basically a TradingView masterclass. I go over everything in TradingView, everything I like to use, all the tools. I go over my 5 favorite shortcuts to save you time when doing your TA, as well as how to organize your TA to keep things nice and simple. Because a lot of times a clean mind is going to make you help you make better decisions, right? You don't want a cluttered, grossed out. For me, right? I clean my desk once a week, right? Every Friday, I wipe everything off my desk. I Clorox it. I organize it. I make it nice and neat. Because in my opinion, if you have a clean workspace, it means a clean mind, right? A lot of the time. So that will be dropping next week. First video is already done, edited, all that good stuff. And then we're going to move into support, resistance, indicators, how to find entry signals, all that good stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Let's go ahead and shout out to Rigo. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you so much. That if you put your toaster on its side, you can use it to reheat pizza. Shout out to Rigo, dropping the real sauce. You guys think I got the sauce? I might have the sauce on the charts, but shout out to Rigo. That is a genius. That is a genius idea there. And I will say. I do have an air fryer, which also works really good for reheating pizza. But if you know anything about pizza, you will know that reheating it on the stove in a pan and throwing a little bit of water on that pan before you reheat it will give you that nice crispy crust. Probably only my paisans from New York will know that. But shout out to Amy Lives Crypto. That was the wrong sound. Sorry. Shout out to Amy Lives Crypto. Said, oh my God, just when I didn't think I could love Frankie Candles anymore, clean and organized. Shout out to Amy. I appreciate you, and I love you back. But let's go ahead. Well, actually, wait, hang on. Amy, I will say this. I pride myself on, like, honesty. Although that is the truth. I do clean my desk. I don't know if I would classify myself as an overall organized person, but when it comes to that stuff, absolutely. I can't live in a mess, right? Like I do clean, like things will get messy, but I always have to clean at least once a week. I have to just like knock everything off, clean it, and make sure it's all nice and organized. I still love you. Shout out to Amy. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. Desk reveal, please. Shout out to Fabian. Maybe I'll drop. I mean, I could drop. People have been asking to see my setup for quite some time. I mean, it's nothing really that special, but maybe I will take a. Maybe I'll. Maybe I'll drop something in the free Discord. If you guys want to join the free Discord, link in the description down below. Maybe I'll drop a nice little setup picture here for you guys. But with that being said, guys, that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. So keep an overall view on this larger volume profile because, again, we lose this level. Very likely that we are going to get the bigger drop to the downside here towards the POC. So there you go. That's what I'm looking at. I don't want to overcomplicate things. Maybe we'll come back on Monday and we'll just be sitting once again at the level we were looking at on the live streams. But let's see. Shout out to Crypto Trey says clutter is a sign of genius. So I guess I'm not. I'm very dumb on Fridays. Then I'm pretty cluttered throughout. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely wouldn't classify myself as organized person, but yeah, like gets like clean on Monday, right? Wake up on Monday, everything's nice and neat, and then everything becomes a wreck, but then it's clean again on Monday. So smart during the week, dumb during the weekends, I guess. Shout out to Wick. Wick589 said Frankie's desk featured on Hoarders. I just send a picture. It's just like piled up with fast food. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. I want to go ahead and take a look at a few different altcoins. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on the altcoins here, just because as long as Bitcoin is dropping, guys, there's going to be altcoins are likely just going to follow, right? But there are a few that I want to take a look at. Real quick check-in on, and we do actually have the giveaways to do today. So it is quite a big giveaway, so it may take a little while, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I do want to talk about some of these alts, right? Solana, as you guys know, next key levels that we were watching here on Solana, we're going to be the golden pocket value area high, value area low confluence here, as well as the 786 just below, sitting at about 119.33. And this does remain the key level of support, right? Because we're coming down to that value area low. Technically it's a whole zone here, but we've already tapped that golden pocket, so I'll just kind of move this from the value area low to the 786. If we wind up losing that 786, that is probably, in my opinion, where we're going to come back down and revisit this older volume profile coming in right here. I'll go ahead and mark out these levels. Bada boom. You got the value area high coming in at about 109.74. You got the POC coming in at 97.46, and then the value area low coming in at about $91. Now you can see on the last drop down here on the 4th of August, was it the 4th or the 5th? The 5th of August, we did come down to retest that value area high, right? So if we do come down and fill this wick, again, very similar to Bitcoin, I would be looking at a potential key level of support here at 109.74. And then very simply put, if we come down to that level, if we break down below that value area high and get stuck underneath it, that's where we can look to come back down to the POC and then the value area low of the range. Very simply put, I don't want to really like overwhelm you guys with stuff here. Very simple TA. But hopefully, if we could potentially get a little bounce here, get back into this range, maybe we can get a retracement. But again, coming up to the higher time frames, 2-day money flow crossing over into the red, 3-day money flow crossing over into the red. So even if we were to see some kind of correction here, I would have to be looking at this, not based off my opinion, right? Based off the technical analysis and what money flow is doing, right? Just binary, right? It is a binary, yes or no. This is not an opinion, right? It could be an opinion if you think it's going to come up or down, but it is not an opinion here that this money flow is coming into the red, right? And statistically speaking, it is more likely for that to continue the trend to the downside. So if we were to get a local bounce here, I would look to look at it at first as a lackluster retracement to the upside to potentially put in a lower high and then continue the move back down to your next key levels of support. Where would that lower high likely be coming in? Well, there are two major levels that I would be looking at. This POC golden pocket confluence would be somewhat important to watch in my opinion. Go ahead. Oh, no. Oh, it's my mom, guys. It's my mom. Should I answer it? One's in the chat if I should answer it. I'll just answer it really quick. I don't want to ignore it in case if it's an emergency. Sorry, guys. Hey, Mom, I'm on TV. Can I call you back? Is everything okay? She hung up on me. Unbelievable. I just got trolled by my mom. Unbelievable. She just hung up on me. That's crazy. That's so embarrassing. I just got trolled in front of everybody. Well, anyway, we'll see if she calls back. I tried to answer, Mom. Sorry. Actually, guys, let me just make sure it's not an emergency. But I'm going to continue the show here as I call her. But yeah, guys, if we can get the bounce here, high likelihood of that of this right here, right? I'm going to mark out this zone, turn it into shorts, and then you guys can see. Hello, Mama Candles. Hi, I'm on TV. Can I call you back? Is everything okay? Oh, okay. I'm feeling better. Costco got me a little bit yesterday, but I'm feeling better. All right, I'll call you after the stream. All right, love you too. Bye. Yo, she was just calling to see if Costco took me out officially. Mama Candles always comes first. Shout out to the Mafia. Yeah, Mom probably. Oh, shut. Yo, you guys are funny. Yeah. Find me another YouTuber that'll tell his mommy loves her on TV. This is TV, right? But anyway, guys, if we do wind up seeing that bounce, high likelihood of that lower high coming in right here, just like on Bitcoin, just looking at the Fibonacci retracement levels. And, if we get the bigger bounce to the upside, potentially we could come up towards that value area high where we do have some confluence here as well. But these are going to be the two major areas of resistance. If we do get that local bounce, I would be looking at it as a lackluster retracement to the upside before that continuation back down to lower prices. So there you go. Let's see. Tony D said, Frankie Candles ignored my call. I felt left out. Shout out to Tony. Did he really just call me? Yo, he did call me. How come it didn't ring? That was weird. Let's see. TV, yes. Trading View. Yeah, shout out to Lil Porky, bro. Lil Porky's a fire name. All right, let's go ahead and continue on, guys. Am I buying more Soul? Shout out to Gen Z. I'll tell you this. I bought Solana here on this dip in April, right? So I bought I think I bought like 20K of Solana here. 10 or 20K of Solana down here. If we do get a bigger drop into this volume profile, may DCA in. So yeah, if we drop lower, I'm not going to be buying spot Solana right here. With the money flow looking like this, I will not be buying spot Solana right here. Does not mean, right? I want to be clear, guys. If, it doesn't mean just because I'm not buying Solana here does not mean that we can't get off to all-time highs. Obviously that's not what I would be expecting based off the analysis. But yeah, I go off of TA, right? So with the way this money flow looks, I would be anticipating, even if we pump back up, I would be anticipating if I were to buy spot Solana, I'd be buying it down here at lower prices if we break these lows. So there you go. Shout out to Gen Z. Let's see. Soul's a no-brainer. Yeah, I would kind of agree with that, right? Not financial advice, right? This thing could go to zero. It almost did once, right? So anything you buy, guys, you got to be careful with. But yeah, like Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, like these are like the bigger, higher market cap coins. So when I'm buying, significantly sized bags, I'm not putting that in like WIF, right? Not that WIF can't rip, right? WIF can rip. We all know that. But I'm not going to put like 100K in WIF. Might be a great decision if it winds up pumping, but obviously, I always recommend, when I put higher amounts of money into stuff, I put it into the higher market cap stuff. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on. So yeah, and what are the chances of a bounce here? I mean, are you getting some, if you get this bullish divergence here on the 4-hour, right? Lower lows on your price action, higher lows on your momentum waves. Maybe that gives you a bit of a bounce, but again, I would favor lower prices even if you do get that bounce. I'd be more favoring looking for shorts on the way up if I'm being completely honest. So there you go. But real quick, let's take a look at Ethereum. I'll give you guys some key levels on ETH. I'm actually going to pull up the, Yo, shout out to the premium Discord. I was live earlier with the premium talking about, let's go. Shout out to the premium. This is, Yeah, these are the levels for ETH, right? We have this older value area. I believe we have shown this on the live stream here as well. During the premium live stream earlier today, we were coming down to this POC of the range, talking about, hey, if we lose that POC, we're going to be looking to go down to that value area low at about 21.48, looking for the bounce there. And as you can see, right on time, come down to a lower time frame, right on time, right to the value area low, and that is where we're getting the bounce from. Now, to be quite honest here, this is not necessarily, I am not in a long here on ETH. Like, I need some kind of entry trigger to get into this trade. I am not just waiting for key levels to get hit, but the TA absolutely plays out once again, right? Getting that move below. And I just want to point this out, guys. There's been a few different contexts that I've been looking at Ethereum in. Number one, let me show you the first one, right? So the first one has been this May value area, right? As we kind of we were hanging out around this value area. This $2,500 level was the key level we needed to get above in order to get the bigger move up to the POC value area high. Now, if we were unable to get above that level, that's where we were looking for the drop to the downside, and that is where this older volume profile came into play, right? So once you can't get back above that $2,500 level, because if I turn these both on at the same time, you could see here, where are we? You can see here the value area low of this larger range and the value area high of this lower range are both confluent, right? So this makes this a very, very key level, because if we get above it, right, that is the doorway to higher prices. And if we can't get back above it, very simply put, you are just getting accepted into your lower volume profile, right? Can't get back above the high. Where's the next likely place for price to go? The POC, and then eventually the value area low. And now we've seen, this is what I was talking with the premium about, but now we've seen that whole thing rotate, right? So, can we see the move back up? I mean, I will say this. You've almost filled the wick and hole, right? Like, I don't know if, you are potentially going to print a daily bull div here with the lower lows on your price action, higher lows on your momentum waves. I'm not, jumping at that opportunity to put in a long. I'd like to see some kind of a lower time frame entry trigger, right? Like, maybe if we can get, maybe some consolidation, a dip below the range, and then, look for long positions down here at the value area low. I'd prefer that. But right now, if you can confirm this daily bull div, that could potentially give you a bounce. But as of right now, very clearly, we are living within this volume profile, and that is what I would be paying attention to, right? Value area low sitting at 21.48, POC sitting at 22.46, value area high at 25.60. Coming on to the higher time frames, weekly money flow coming out. That's not the best sign. And then your 3-day and 4-day money flow is just continuing to crossover into the red as we would expect. And to be quite honest with you guys, I mean, let me actually do something really quickly here. Let me pull these up side by side. Let me pull up Ethereum as well as the Bitcoins. And I'm going to come up to the daily time frame on both of these. And I just want to see something here, right? So, yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, Ethereum... Yeah, I don't know. Ethereum has kind of front run Bitcoin, and I'll tell you what I mean here. Let me go ahead and come back to full screen here, right? Ethereum, the 3-day money flow is much deeper in the red here. Look how much deeper this red wave is. Bitcoin, where we have Bitcoin, is simply just first crossing over just now, right? We're just getting that fresh crossover into the red. This, to me, is interesting, right? And the reason being, and we also actually came down to hit this spider line, which is nice, right? So local bounces here, maybe, but I don't know if it's going to be the thing that sends us to the moon. But this is the thing, right? Fresh money flow crossover into the red. Ethereum, pretty deep in the red. Now, the interesting thing about this is structurally, this area of consolidation that I'm looking at is comparable to the $40,000. Let me actually pull it up here. This is comparable to this $40,000 range down here, right? So is Ethereum, I don't know why I said it like that, is Ethereum foreshadowing what, Tony D, mark this right now. Just clip this right now. Somebody clip this right now. Maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. Either way, I will come back to this clip. Is Ethereum foreshadowing Bitcoin right now? With the larger money flow crossover into the red, bringing us down into that next lower area of balance. So on Bitcoin, if we see that 3-day money flow continue into the red, very likely, in my opinion, that $40,000 value area may wind up coming down and getting filled. Is Ethereum foreshadowing what Bitcoin is about to do? Potentially. I don't know because we've already been talking about this where it's like, hey, Ethereum's money flow is already deep in the red. We've already gotten the move down. Is Bitcoin going to follow? And it looks like Bitcoin may want to follow suit here. Very, very interesting. 4-day money flow still coming out. Yeah. Very interesting. And again, structurally, this area of consolidation is really kind of the $40,000 value area that I'm looking at on Bitcoin. So are we about to see that happen on Bitcoin? Hopefully not. I pray not. But, I mean, you look at this money flow, guys, and it does look like that may be what wants to happen. So with that being said, guys, I did also want to take a quick look at XRP, as this has been respecting our volume profiles very well. But another thing I want to take a look at here, what happened to this Matic chart? Interesting. Adam, guys. Adam is absolutely testing a very, very key level of support here, pulling up this high volume node. This is something we've been looking at on the live stream. This key high volume node is critical to hold as support. If we do not hold this high volume node as support, guys, it could potentially open up the door for much lower prices for Adam. And by much lower, let me actually show you what I am talking about. Much lower is, in my opinion, going to be down in the $3.28 range. If we lose that level, could be on our way down here to the 277 level where we have that next high volume node. Remember, high volume nodes act as support. When you get down to this shelf of volume, we talked about this recently with the single prints. When you get down to a low volume gap like this, it is key support. However, if you break into that low volume gap, typically that's where you see the quicker move down to your next high volume node, which again is coming in at 270. Around $2. It starts at about $2.80. So we lose this level, could start the journey down to 280, right? Not the best look, to be quite honest, right? And then you take a look at some of these higher time frames. It does look a little different, right? Like we're pretty deep in the red here on the 4-day and the 5-day, but there's a fresh red dot on the 5-day and the 6-day. I would be careful with this. This is definitely at that key level of support. Again, a level given on the live stream here before we ever got to it. And now we are just simply hanging on the edge. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump on over to XRP, which also is simply just respecting the volume profiles here. As you guys know, on the live stream, we have been looking at this major volume profile that has been getting respected ever since all the way back here in March, all the way to September for a whopping over a year of sideways price action here in the long term for XRP, right? And this is something we've been looking at for quite some time, saying that we need to not only get above this value area high at 62 cents, but we also need to get above that value area low, just above us, sitting at about 68 cents in order to open the door for higher prices. Until then, we are simply looking for price to respect this volume profile between 62 and 45 cents. And most recently, we have had a breakout on XRP back in July, getting above the POC, coming up to the value area high before getting rejected back into the range, back down to the POC and value area low before we rotated once again. And now we are simply just seeing this volume profile get respected as we've been looking at this golden pocket retracement when pulled from this local low to the high. We have the golden pocket in beautiful confluence with this POC, and that is was the next likely place for price to go as we were rejecting this value area high. And where are we sitting? Right at that level, which, by the way, is sitting between 51 and 50 cents, right? And we came down, tapped that golden pocket perfectly. And to be quite honest, maybe we can get a local bounce. However, if we lose that POC, very likely going down to the 786 and the value area low between 45 and 47 cents. And with the way everything else looks, if we get that, money flow's kind of different here on XRP, to be quite honest. But yeah, weekly red dot printing, not the best look in my opinion. No blood diamonds, luckily. But yeah, I mean, see the 4-hour. Yeah, getting a little bounce here. No bullish divergences. So yeah, this is a let the dust settle situation, in my opinion. Let's see. Bada boom. Shout out to Wix Wi-Fi89 says, Dr. GF. Ooh, are those compilations of old vines? I love those. Hey, shout out to the old Vine compilations. Let's see. Timmy Turner's Wonderland said, will Soul pump for breakpoint? Not 100% sure exactly what you mean by that, Timmy. Let me know in the chat. I'll try to answer your question as accurate as possible. Ping wants to take a look at Link. Let's take a quick look at Link. Bada boom, bada bing. There we go. So on Chainlink, we could probably update this chart just a bit. But on Chainlink, I mean, whoo, baby, this thing has taken quite a tumble from the highs here at about $22. Again, half off, just about, coming down. Yeah, 58, 60% down. I can see why a lot of new people are feeling the pain. Like, a lot of people were not like buying altcoins until like they finally started to see them pump, and like now you're down 60%. That can be very, very brutal. But shout out to everybody in the Candle Mafia. We were all looking at these bear market accumulation ranges. However, if we take a look here, just absolutely melted through the golden pocket 786. So we can go ahead and get rid of those. Next key level to the downside, in my opinion, bear market value area, sitting with the value area high at $7.85 could be the next key level. If we wind up breaking these lows again, that's very simply what I'm going to be looking at with your PO value area high sitting at $7.82, POC at $7.21, and your value area low at $6.18. Other than that, your latest volume profile over here, this is a pretty small volume profile, to be quite honest with you, but I'm actually going to adjust this slightly. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, so I would... this would be kind of the local profile I would watch, right? If you get a retracement to the upside. Let's go ahead and pull from the high all the way to the low here. Yeah, I would just watch this range between about 1075 all the way up to about 1163. If you get the move back up, that value area low here is going to be key resistance until you flip it. Then I would look for a fill of the range. But as of right now, I would really just be paying attention to, or just letting the dust settle, rather. What happens if I pull this profile? Yeah, this is kind of wonked out price action, to be quite honest. It's kind of hard to pull a clean volume profile here. Major level to the downside, 782 in my opinion. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. HD Crypto said, what is ICP dumping to? Let's see. Let's check out ICP. We haven't taken a look at ICP in quite some time. ICP, okay. Can't make it up. Haven't looked at it in a while, but here it is, just respecting the volume profiles. So, I would actually probably prefer to move this volume profile. Oh, come on. To right here. It's going to be very similar levels, but I would just update this because that is a little bit longer of an area of consolidation. Bada boom. Just move these levels a bit. Bada boom. Bada bing. Okay, so, whoops. So, local profile. Yeah, value area low here. Potentially. Yeah, could get an SFP here as well. SFP at 690. Did you get this on the 30-minute? Not quite. Yeah, I don't know. This is a little suspicious. But I would be looking at, these will be the key levels. Hold above this value area low. Next likely place for price to go, simply put, up to about 725. Pull our fib here real quick. Probably not going to get confluence on the full fib. But, I guess you do. Yeah, so these are the key levels that I would be looking at on ICP. If you get a retracement to the upside, I'd watch this golden pocket value area high confluence between about 746 and 739. And if you pull the local profile, it's kind of a lot. I'll be honest, guys. With this choppy market, this is not a situation where you're seeing a lot of the volume profiles just like get respected perfectly. Some of them are, like on XRP, but to be quite honest, it's very hard because lately it's been hard to get a full rotation of a profile for a move back down, right? Typically, just because we have this like awkward, slow grind down, we don't know if we're gonna reject this full golden pocket, right? Or if we're just going to reject one of these like local wicks up here, right? Because you have nice confluence right here. with this fib between the 786 golden pocket POC. So this would probably be the level I would look at. But, I mean, you never know, right? Like, you might reject this local golden pocket. You might reject this local golden pocket. Like, in this choppy environment, it's very hard to tell, like, where that retracement is going to bring you up to. But these would be kind of the major levels that I would look at as resistance on the way up. If I could find some short positions or short entry signals at these levels, that's really what I'd be looking at. And, again, these levels are sitting between $7.18 to $7.29. And then your second zone is golden pocket value area high between 739, 746. So there you go. As far as market cipher, to be quite honest, as long as this is Bitcoin is dumping, ICP is likely to follow, right? And that's why, I like to give some of the key levels here on some of this stuff. But, as far as Bitcoin dumping, like everything else is likely to follow, to be quite honest. Is ETH the next XRP? Shout out to Creighton C. I hope not. Hopefully ETH pumps or something. Near, shout out to Map. We can take a look at Near real quick. Let's see. Gonna clear all the drawings on Near real quick. Got you guys a fresh analysis of Near. Let's see here. Take a look at these weekly naked points of control. I'm actually gonna change these settings real quick. Bada boom. Okay. So weekly naked point of control sitting right here. Also got one sitting down here. That would be a very key level to watch. So these are going to be key levels to the downside. Got a naked monthly up here. And then another naked monthly, I would call that right here. So these are going to be like high time frame levels I'd keep an eye on. However, I would also keep an eye on, like this price action's hard, right? Because it's like, if I want to pull a profile here, it's like, it's either this or it's like hard, especially on the alts. It's like super wonky. Yeah, hard to pull that local profile, to be quite honest with you guys. But, I mean, major profile, in my opinion, the larger profile would be sitting up here before the breakdown. Yeah, kind of wonked out profiles here on Near. But, I don't know if you're going to get lucky enough to get your pump all the way back up to this level. But if you did, this value area low, naked point of control sitting right here would be key resistance. Sitting between 609 and 634. Again, I don't know if you're going to get that lucky to get a big move all the way up like that. I would probably be more inclined to not expect that. But let's see if we can get, so key resistance locally on, I would look, this would be key resistance in my opinion. Weekly naked point of control, golden pocket confluence on Near. So, I don't love this profile, to be quite honest with you. Like, I'll probably pull it from here. Yeah, this is kind of like the resistance zone, right? I would love to hit that naked point of control, but locally, and again, this is a pretty ugly profile, right? So I would take that for what it's worth. But I would. These would be like some of the local levels I would watch. Kind of hard to call, right? Like, I'm really tempted to just look at this local area of balance, but that's super local. Can I get confluence on that POC? Give it to me. Give it to me. Okay. So these are the levels I'd look at on Near. Local levels of resistance. If you get the retracement, I would look between 399 and 415 at the POC golden pocket. And then your value area high has nice confluence with the 786 and your weekly naked point of control golden pocket up here. This zone is sitting, this zone is sitting between 431 and 463. So these are kind of the major zones I would be looking at. Again, as far as market cipher B goes, I would, I'd be careful here. Yeah, higher time frames, again, retracement maybe, but I'd be careful of those rejections back down, especially with the way money flow looks on Bitcoin. Fresh 3-day money flow crossover. Yeah, looking very similar to Bitcoin. So there you go. Shout out to the Bionic Mexican. The Biomex is in here. Let's get it. Shout out to you, brother. What is going on? Shouting out to Mafia, MD, AGDD, Dr. C, GTD, CB, and CK. Abbreviating the Mafia. I love it. Shout out to the Biomex. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Gil says, I strongly believe we need Bitcoin to go to zero. It's the big daddy. Shout out to you. But we need structure of crypto to free itself of Bitcoin dominance in order to grow as DeFi. Shout out to Gil. You heard it here first. Bitcoin going to zero. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Shout out to Day Digital in the chat. What is going on, brother? Welcome in. Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. Shout out to Wick said, slippery sauce me, please. Whoa. Shout out to Wick 589. Arms up. Believe me. Slippery. Oh, he didn't say slippery sauce. He said, slippery. Excuse me, please. Me arms up. Believe me. I don't know. Shout out to Wick 589. Let's go. Yeah, shout out. Oh, I forgot. I didn't even say to smash that like button, guys. Smash that like button. We're going for 550 likes on tonight's live. I don't think we've hit 550 likes in since the last time Bitcoin pumped. So smash that like button. 550 likes. That's what we're going for. Please, for the love of God, is the easiest and most free way to promote this content to other people. If you find it useful, if you find this content valuable, smash a like button. If not, at least throw a hashtag value or a sauce jar emoji if you have a membership in the chat to let me know you guys are enjoying the content. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Tia expected bottom. Let's take a look at Tia. Whoops. Bada boom. Let's take a look at Tia going to zero. I'm just kidding, guys. Well, actually, maybe. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Why is this keep happening? Tia. Let's see. Okay, so yikes. I mean, volume profile puts a value area low at $3.13. And that is like at the doorway before you're probably going to move down to 243. Excuse me. Let's see here. Kind of hard to pull these fibs right on like this. Yeah, this is not looking good, to be quite honest. Tia is absolutely decimated. I mean, 82% down. Yikes. Wow. That's kind of rough. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, locally, I guess, yeah, I don't know. It's not looking great, to be quite honest. Yeah, I mean, looking at the VPVR. Come on, VPVR. Actually, yeah, I like that. Weekly. I mean, you can mark this out, right? Yeah, 313, probably going to be a big level. This is a shelf. So, if you don't bounce there, probably going to be more likely to go into the $2.60 zone. But yeah, that is $3.15. Going to be the next major level. I mean, we are also hitting a pretty important shelf of volume here as well. Yeah, I mean, 371 all the way down to about 313. Lose 313, probably going into the twos. Red dot on the weekly printing. So I wouldn't really have much hope for a massive bounce here. No like super strong bullish divergences. I mean, you have slow grind down, slow grind up, but not looking the best, to be honest. Yeah, I would be cautious, especially with like you're at this low volume gap, right? Like if you lose, you have this nice consolidation, right? Giving you this nice high volume node. And then like there's really not much underneath you. So you lose this low. Very likely to get a big quick drop through that value area, low volume gap. So yeah, there you go. Other than that, I would watch this, local profile. I mean, you could probably pull something like this, something like that. Kind of hard to say, to be quite honest, because of the price action. But some key levels locally, value POC 786 sitting between 570, 518. And then, yeah, I mean, it's about it. That's what I'd be looking at on Tia. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Nick Dunn, said, still waiting on my giveaway from last week. Shout out to Nick Dunn at Tony D. Tony D, can you check on Nick Dunn's giveaway, or Tyler Durden? Yeah, shout out to Nick. If Tony's in chat right now, he probably will at you right now. But with all that being said, guys, speaking of giveaways, let's go ahead and jump on to this week's giveaway. Bada boom. Is ton going to 0? Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, ton's going to 0. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, you do have some kind of a nice little, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really be putting fresh shorts in here, but I also wouldn't be looking for it to go to 100K. I'm letting the dust settle here. Kind of hard to call the, yeah, I mean, golden pocket, like maybe you get a little bit of a bounce here from the golden pocket, but you lose this golden pocket, like 385 all the way down to about 340 is probably the next stop, in my opinion. So, yeah. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Let's see. Tony D said, we give people 1 week to claim, then start issuing. So it takes 1 to 2 weeks. We got you, Nick. Don't worry. Okay, yeah, so shout out to Nick. Your giveaway has not been forgotten. But yeah, shout out to Tony. Do we have the link for the giveaways? If you could just drop that in the chat. Shout out to Crespo Crypto, said, don't worry, Frankie, I'm here. Shout out to Crespo Crypto. What is going on, bro? Good to see you in here. And I was kind of panicking before, but no longer am I panicking. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Tyler Durden, am I being deceived by looking at the weekly on BTC? It's screaming bullish. Shout out to Mad Ads. Shout out to Mad Ads. Let's check it out. I'll try to find something bullish here on the weekly. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. As far as, unless, if I were to be bullish here on the weekly, right, I would have to say we are, I would have to say that, we are going to bounce off this golden pocket. But to be quite honest, yeah, we don't hold this high volume node, like very likely to come into those $47,000 zones. But shout out to Mad Ads. Yeah, let me know. Actually, Mad Ads, let me know what you're seeing that is screaming bullish, and I'll try to take a look at it. MMS said, yes, you are being deceived. Shout out to MMS. Do I see a hat in my future? B-Rad, I do believe. Oh, thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. All right, yeah, there you go. Tony already had that. I don't know if he just pinned it or he probably already had it pinned before. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into these giveaways. I'll give you guys like 35 seconds to click on that link and drop a comment or a like, or a comment and a like on that video. I can't track if you watch it, but I highly recommend you go back and watch it. I don't know what the video was. But yeah, I'll give you guys a few minutes to get last minute entries into that. Zoom out and look at the cup and handle. Whoops. I mean, okay, so here's the thing, right? Yeah, I mean, I see what you're talking about. I do see the cup and handle. I don't trade patterns, so it's not something I would personally look at. But yeah, I think it's like I mean, that's not what I would be looking at. Is it a cup and handle? Maybe. But I also don't think that would, even if that cup and handle were to play out, I don't think it stops us from coming a little bit lower. But yeah, I just personally don't trade patterns, so I wouldn't personally look at that. But it doesn't mean that it won't play out. But there you go. All right, let's see. BTC made me cry today. Shout out to Laniva. Shout out to Laniva. Shout out to Mad Ads. It's aligning perfectly with the rate cuts in September. That's kind of like I don't look at the cup and handle, but I am looking at pretty much the very similar situation here. Just not looking at the cup and handle, looking more at a drop down to some other key levels here if we do continue lower at 47.5. But yeah, like I would expect some kind of crazy. I would expect volatility, whether we come lower, maybe we just bing bong sideways. It's hard to predict exactly what will happen here. But yeah, and then eventually get the rate cuts, and then maybe even a sell the news event on the rate cuts, or maybe if it comes in lower, if they go lower than we expect, not lower than we expected, but if the cut is lower or higher than we expected, less than we expected. It's kind of hard to word that. Not cut the rates lower, but less of a cut than we think. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe get some volatility, and then eventually it does wind up kicking in. But yeah, absolutely. I do think it is timing. The timing is absolutely insane here, guys. Like, just to kind of bring this up, I covered this, all throughout the streams recently. But I will just say, like, it is all lining up like perfectly with the 4-year cycle, and not just the 4-year cycle as far as the halving, but just the macroeconomic cycle, right? Again, like, we had our halving here. Let me pull up the actual cycle chart really quickly. If we zoom out here, right, we did this recently. 161 days from the halving all the way up to where we really saw the bull market start to get going here. 161 days, right, after the halving. Right now, and we didn't have rate cuts here. I believe that the rates were cut a little earlier. I believe in early March, the rates were actually cut, and then they just kept them. They kept them where they were, right? Like I think there was like an FOMC meeting or something. I don't remember exactly what was happening, but I believe they cut early March. Someone correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. And then after the halving, they just kept the rates low, and then we wound up seeing that monetary looser monetary policy finally kick us off into a rally. And that started 161 days after the halving. If we measure this out, 161 days from the halving would put you just at the end of September or the end of Rectember, starting into October. And it just would make a ton of sense to see some volatility after those rate cuts. And then just, once September ends, wake me up when September ends, right? And then October starts. And then finally we see the looser monetary policy kick in and give us a move up. So I'm looking at the same exact thing, but I'm just not looking at the cup and handle. I have my... Doesn't mean it doesn't play out, but that's just not something that I trade based off of, just simply because it's not what moves the market. Cup and handles are, then boom. Yeah, shout out to Mad Ads. So there you go. Rate my cut. Shout out to Mark Dutch. I'll take off my hat if my hair wasn't a mess right now. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and start these giveaways. If you guys want some free crypto, drop a like on this video right now. We'll pull up that giveaway picker. Let's go. Bada boom. Copy that link. Let's go ahead. Tony, that is the wrong link, I think. You just linked me to a random YouTube video, I think. Am I tripping? Hang on. I think I'm tripping. Am I tripping? Oh, no, I'm not tripping. What the heck? Shout out to Tony D. All right, so I'm not tripping. Let me grab that real quick. It was from the market update from earlier today. And bada boom. There we go. Anything goes. All right, so what do we have here? Tony let me know earlier. All right, so we have where is it? Bada boom. Okay, so we have 3 hats and $150 in Solana to give away on top of the 10 ADA giveaways. Let's go. Pretty decent giveaway here. Shout out to Crypto Pollo gifting a 5 Frankie Candles memberships. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Pollo. Let's get it. Thank you for doing that, bro. Shout out to 1-6er. Shout out to Sifo, Robin, and Joseph. Let's get it. Shout out to Tony D said when I clicked it, it went to the right video. It took me to some random. It took me to a random video. But then I re-clicked it and it was fixed. But yeah, shout out. No, I got the right link now, Tony. All right, let's go ahead and start pulling these giveaways. So we're gonna do the 10 bags of ADA, then we'll do the 3 hats, and then we'll do the $150 in Solana. Shout out to Crypto Pollo said sending love from my sending love to my fam. Shout out to Crypto Pollo, fellow farm animal. Let's go. Hope you're doing well, bro. I miss you, bro. We gotta meet up soon. Let's see. Shout out to Jay Gilly. Said, sorry, I'm late. An hour of ads to get here. Shout out to Jay Gilly. YouTube wrecking you with the ads. All right, let's go ahead. 10 ADA giveaways, starting with that. Let me grab my, I don't even have a, oh yeah, here we go. Okay. All right, winner number 1. Who's it going to be? I'm going to rush through these guys because we do have a decent bit of giveaways. Bada boom, winner number 1. Dr. Crypto said, missed you yesterday. Shout out to Dr. Crypto. Well, hopefully, I mean, I miss you too, bro, but hopefully Hopefully this free ADA makes up for it. Thank you for smashing the like button and leaving a comment on the video. You literally got paid to do it. Congrats. Hit that free Discord and claim your prize. Next winner. Suspicious? Thanks for continuing updates. I make an average of $32,000 per week, even though I barely trade myself. That's definitely a scammer, right? Bot. That's definitely a bot. Okay. But it's weird because they didn't link. They didn't. Sus. Shout out to Timmy said sus. That's interesting, though, because they didn't link anything. Interesting. Must have been in a replied comment. Someone must have been like, oh, my God. Yeah, I follow Casey's trades as well. All right. Winner number 2. Here we go. Quantum Divergence. Let's go. Shout out to Nate. Quantum Divergence says LFG. Shout out to Nate. Hey, bro, we're going to send you some free Cardano, bro. Absolute OG of the Candle Mafia. Thank you for being here and your continued support through the years, bro. You deserve this. We'll send you the Cardano. Hit that free. You know what to do. Hit that free Discord. Get your free crypto. And, yeah, let me know if you're in chat, Nate. Appreciate you for being here. But, yeah, there we go. Next winner. Who's it going to be? Nerd Crypto said, I think we'll hold. Shout out to Nerd Crypto. I hope so. I hope so. Maybe at least temporarily get a little bit of a local bounce. Hit that free crypto, bro. We're going to send you some free Cardano. Your winner number 3 and winner number 4 is going to be Tulsa King. Let's go. Shout out to Tulsa King. Winner number 4 said awesome content, Frankie. Shout out to Tulsa King. We're sending you some free crypto, bro. I appreciate you for being here. Hit that free Discord, and we're going to go ahead and send you that Cardano. Winner number 5. Let's see. Wick's Wife. Let's go. Wick's Wife. Wick's Wife. I feel like this is deserved. This is well deserved. You're here every single day, and I think this might be your first giveaway. Is this your first giveaway, Wick's Wife? Let me know. Congratulations. I know you smashed that like button. So hit that free Discord. You know what to do. Congratulations. Let's go. I love that. I love that. Finally, Wick's Wife. Let's get it. Winner number 6. Here we go. From Ada with Love said, let's go, Frankie. Well, I don't know if there's a better person to give this Ada to. Shout out to you. We're going to send you some free of your favorite Cardano. Hit that free Discord. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for hitting that like button and leaving a comment. Shout out to Slim Shady Crypto said, Frankie on the come up. Let's go. Shout out to Slim Shady. You're winner number 6. Not only am I on the come up, but your ADA bags are also on the come up, bro. We're sending you some free Cardano. Hit that free Discord, and thank you for liking the content. Winner number 8 is going to be the Stah. Please stop falling and pump up already. Shout out to the Stah69. Shout out to you. Well, hey, if it doesn't pump, we'll just pump your ADA bags artificially by sending you some free crypto. Slim is 7. The Stah is 8. The Stee is 8. This Stee? I don't know how to say that. Shout out to Tyler Jordan. Tyler, I'm on point today. Surprisingly. I don't know how I'm doing this right now. We're lined up, baby. We're lined up. Crypto Billy in the chat. Wait, I didn't see Crypto Billy. Shout out to Mr. Ethereum. Shout out Crypto Billy. Hey, there's Crypto Billy. Billy, have you been here the whole time or did you just pop up? I was like, Billy's not here today, is he? Shout out to Crypto Billy. Let's go. What is going on, brother? Good to see you in here. Oh, yeah, actually has been in here for a little while, I think. Billy, have you been here the whole time? Why have I not? Feel like he has been here the whole time, I guess. Shout out to Crypto Billy. What is going on, bro? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, brother. Pretty much. What the heck? How come I actually haven't looked at chat that much? Shout out to Crypto Billy. That's wild. All right, let's see. Throw some ADA on me. Shout out to Pranav. Shout out to you, bro. But yeah, shout out to the staff. Thank you for smashing that like button. Your winner number 8. Winner number 9 for the Cardano is going to be Wayne Hammond said, let's go, Mafia Gang. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to send you some free Cardano. You're winner number 9, and you may be part of the first giveaway that Frankie Candles remembered who won or what number winner each person is. So shout out to you, bro. We're sending you some free Cardano. Hit that free Discord. Winner number 10, who's it going to be? I'm Rand Crypto said, very nice video. I like to read it like very nice video. I don't know why, but shout out to I'm Rand Crypto. Shout out to you, bro. We're going to send you some free Cardano. Thank you for leaving a nice comment and smashing that like button. And now, yes, throw some bread my way. Shout out to Milk. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Should we do the three? We'll do the 3 hats next, and then we'll do the $150 in Cardano next. Congrats, winner. Shout out to Crypto89 and Dave Digital. Let's get it. Okay. So winner for the 3 hats. Come on. Who are we voting for? Who are we rooting for? I'm rooting for Curtis Neal. I'm rooting for Curtis Neal to get a hat. I'm rooting for Gen Z. I'm rooting for Gen Z, Curtis Neal, and Jay Violet. Let's go. Here we go. Winner number 1. Come on. Believeville. Shout out to you. Said, we've come a long way, Frankie. Shout out to Believeville. Dang right we have. Not only as a channel, but Bitcoin, which I'm pretty sure was what you're talking about. Shout out to Belleville. We're going to give you a free Frankie Candles hat. We've come a long way. And now we're going to give you a piece of the Frankie Candles YouTube channel in the form of a hat. Not this hat. But hang on. But one of these hats, unless we have Bing Bong hats, you could request it. But if we don't have one, you're going to have to pick one of the Frankie Candles hats, which, I don't know. I kind of like them better, to be honest. But anyway, shout out to Belleville. Hit that Discord and get your free Frankie Candles hat. Thank you for being a part of the Mafia. And we're going to go ahead and pick winner number 2. Come on. Net Ninja said, let's go up. Well, Net Ninja, if it doesn't go up, we're going to try to cheer you up with a Frankie Candles hat. So shout out to you, bro. Hopefully we can bounce from here. But yeah, go ahead and hit that free Discord. We're going to send you a free Frankie Candles hat. Shout out to Net Ninja. I don't know if you're in the chat, but congratulations on winning your Frankie Candles hat. Winner number 3. Come on, Gen Z. Come on, Gen Z. Come on, Jay Violet. Come on. I forgot who the other one was. Curtis Neal. Come on. Francis. People don't panic. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Francis. I like that name. Contrary to popular belief, that is not my name. A lot of people think my name is Franklin or Francis. That is not my name. My name's not even Frankie, to be quite honest with you guys. My name is just Frank. That's Frankie's a nickname, which is completely doesn't make sense. It's contradictive because it's like a nickname, but it's longer than my actual name. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Francis. We're going to send you a Frankie Candles hat. Go ahead and hit that free Discord. Hit up my boy Tyler Durden. And let's, congratulations. Thank you for watching the channel and dropping a like. And you just missed the 150 in Solana just by a hair, bro. But here we go. Shout out to Crypto Anon said, it's an Italian thing. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Anon. Yeah, it's definitely an Italian thing. All right, so here we go. It's Fra now. Fra Candles. Shout out to VW John. Yeah, nickname for Frank is Fra. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Buy the lows. Buy the lows and buy the lowers. Shout out to Urgent Sky. But yeah, guys, here we go. Let's go ahead and for 150, Francisco. Yeah, shout out to Mr. 420. $150 in Solana. You were serious about that? Shout out to Tyler Durden. I don't know. Tony just texted me and said, by the way, we have to make up for some giveaways. 150 in Solana. I didn't even know, to be quite honest with you. But shout out to Tyler Durden. Actually, fun fact. If you guys don't know, Tyler Durden actually now lives in the ATL right around us, and we're actually doing a little Frankie Candles outing, and we're going to a comedy show on Saturday. Shout out to Tyler Durden, and we might let Tony come too, maybe. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Who's it going to? Come on, Gen Z, I'm rooting for you. I just see you in the chat right now. I'm rooting for you. $150 in Solana. Who's it going to be? Please be one of these 3. Come on. Rated Crypto said, thanks, Frankie. I appreciate it. Shout out to Rated Crypto. Rated R Crypto. Oh, hey, Rated R Crypto. Do you know, fun fact, guys, believe it or not, I actually had a thought process when I started the channel. I thought about maybe fully living up to like the New York, like mouth of a trucker. Now, I know this is a G-rated family show, but I am, what the heck? But I am from New York, guys, and, we do use different vocabulary in New York than a lot of the other places in the world, and they are dirty words that we use all the time. It's just kind of normal. And I did think about making my channel kind of like the New Yorker, like, it's effing dumping, guys. But I'm kind of glad I didn't. I would have had to like put too much of an act on, to be quite honest. But anyway, dude, that's insane. Shout out to Rated R Crypto. $150 in Solana going to you, bro. So shout out to you, man. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being in here, watching the content, and smashing that like button. And I think we're the only channel that pays people to watch and like the content. I'm just kidding. But guys, with all that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Congratulations, winner. Shout out to Jay Violet, the best community in crypto. The CandleMafia, guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys for being here. I don't just say that because I'm on camera. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully, we don't have to see Bitcoin completely just wrecked to 47K yet. Hopefully, we can... shout out to the Crespo Crypto said, your name is Frank? What? Yeah, shocking. Where's my giveaway? Shout out to Flame. We're rooting for you next week, bro. Luckily, we do these giveaways every single week, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button. And if you're not new here, you probably already did smash the like button. But guys, go out there this weekend and touch some grass. The charts will be here when you get back. And hopefully there's no emergency stream this weekend and Bitcoin's not dumping out of nowhere. If anything crazy happens, I'll keep you guys updated over the weekend. And with all that being said, that's all I got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you guys on Monday, same place, same time. Hopefully not on the weekend. I hopefully don't see. If you see me live on the weekend, it's not good. But I'll see you guys on Monday, same place, same time, right here, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Come on, Stream Deck. And
look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
if you guys were wondering, yes, I am sitting here like a DJ as that music plays, just live inserting goat noises. It is not pre-recorded. You only get live shows here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. I'm going to go back to DJing. I'll see you guys next week. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on the road, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out,